It's not for you. You're getting it all wet. Hello. Hopefully that wasn't too loud. I got a fancy little toy that Wilder thinks is his, but it is mine. Hopefully the noise isn't obnoxious because I'm just going all over the place with this. Long time no see again. In case you forgot about me, my name is Alyssa. I'm a writer working on what I hope will be my debut fantasy novel. Welcome back to my channel. My life, like everyone else's life, has just been coming at me every day. Sometimes setting up the camera to record is one more thing that I just don't have the mental capacity for. So despite not being on here, I have been writing, not as much as I would like to be, but it's not a perfect world, so I'm doing what I can. Wilder is fixated on this dead cat mic. They're called dead cats. And I have the paperwork to prove it. Hopefully this is working. I don't know how close do I have to hold it to my mouth. You have to see too. I would also like to say that it is the end of May and it's like 50, 60 degrees outside for like the last week, which I'm loving. I'm wearing like long sleeves and pants right now and I'm so comfortable. This is my ideal weather. My birthday's in 2 days, so I'm kind of super grateful for that. We're just gonna consider that an early birthday present from God. The goal of this video is number one, get back on YouTube, and number two, get back into a routine. Unfortunately, the older I get, the more I realize I really do thrive on routine. So in an effort to thrive, I'm going to reinstate a routine in my life. One that really worked for me toward the end of last year when I was being consistent, which is getting up between 6 and 7 o'clock every day and writing first thing in the morning. For context, because context is something that I very rarely give on this channel for some reason. Back in February or March, whenever I posted my last video, I had mentioned very anticlimactically at the end that I had finished my 0/first draft. And while that is true, it still feels unfinished, you know? I feel like it's one of those things as a writer that it's just never going to feel finished, which is why I just had to put my foot down and say, like, this is all I'm doing for this draft. So I'm on my second draft now. I am back at the beginning in Act 1. I've done a lot of revising over the last couple of weeks. I am in a writer's group with friends of mine, and they had provided me feedback several months ago about the first couple chapters. I've implemented a lot of those changes, and I'm getting ready to send them the next batch of chapters next week at our meeting. That's what I'll be working on primarily this weekend. I am presenting them with those chapters on the 28th, but I would like to get them sent out this weekend. Also Memorial Day weekend, and it's also my birthday, my wedding anniversary, and my husband's birthday back to back to back. It's a very busy time, and I didn't do myself any favors with this deadline, but we're gonna make it work. Today and tomorrow, my goal is to write and plan the surprise party that I'm doing for my husband on Monday. So let's get to work. It is Saturday. I am wearing the same outfit as I was wearing yesterday, but it's fine. I didn't do anything yesterday except sit and write. So I threw this back on because this morning was a whirlwind. Speaking of which, one second. We have a guest because she woke up from his nap. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. You can't tell what gender chickens are until they're like several weeks old. So right now I'm calling her Siri. She is a complete surprise. We had one broody chicken who I guess got the best of us. Anyway, the morning has gone off the rails. Once again, this is mommy's toy, not your toy. Every 15 minutes, I'm like back and forth with this chicken trying to figure out what it needs. The plan is I set up my workstation over at the table, and I'm just gonna be back and forth between writing and taking care of this chick. Not how I thought the day was gonna go. Good morning. It is Sunday, May 25th. It is my birthday, and we are going to get back to writing. Last night I went to a little dinner party that was thrown for me for my birthday, and then this morning we've just been hanging out at home, and we have to leave for church in a couple hours, and then we have evening plans with my family, but I'm going to try to get a little bit of writing done before then.
Wow. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah. Welcome back to the final check-in of this vlog because I need to wrap it up. It's been about 2 weeks that I've been filming this. Did I do what I said I was going to do and wake up at 6:30 every day? No, not at all. My husband got sick. I started not feeling good too. Prioritized sleep over everything else. However, I did kind of get back into a writing routine, which was the whole point of getting up at 6:30. So I didn't go about it the way that I said I would, but I did do it. So that's good. This video wasn't completely pointless. I would still love to get up at 6:30 and write and begin doing that next week. I did get into a writing routine in the evenings, so that's good. I've written most of the days this week, which I'm very proud of myself for doing that. I have received feedback for the draft 2 opening of my book from multiple people, which is extremely helpful. So I feel like I'm on a really good track with moving forward in draft 2. So that's also good. I'm going to wrap it up here. I will see you again, hopefully very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Comment a chicken emoji down below. Update on Siri for those who care to know. We had her from the day she hatched until she was 2 weeks old. She is currently with one of my best friends on her farm who had a mama hen and some newly hatched chicks. My husband and I did consider for a hot minute having her as an indoor house chicken because, surprise, we're moving, we bought a house, and unfortunately we have to rehome all of our farm animals. Fortunately though, they are all going to that friend with the farm, so I have a lot of peace of mind about that. In the meantime, we really enjoyed having Siri around, but obviously we knew it would be better for her to go with her own kind. Especially because I practically turned her into an iPad kid. If she wasn't with us, she was in her brooder box, and she was never content in there by herself unless I had an iPad going with a 10-hour loop of barnyard animal videos. So even though it took her a day or so to get acclimated to actual barnyard animals, she's much happier with her new foster mom and siblings.